Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. I am your host, Philasophikal, and tonight we are here with Don. Unfortunately, Marveolous couldn't make it on tonight, but his picks, his projections, and his energy is definitely here with us in spirit. Definitely. So I'm first going to address my top five that we did last week. Last week we had our regular episode speaking on week 9 predictions and recap, and we had another video to kind of talk about our top 5 and our MVP. So I kind of want to address the top 5 since I got a lot of comments talking about the Bengals don't belong in there. You know, where are the Cowboys?
Run through your top five. Run through your top five.
Yeah,
That way
so
they know who you're talking about.
I'm going to run through my top 5, and there have been some changes, right? So I'm
Run
going to
through the
start with
original. The original.
Okay, I'm going to run through the original. 5, I had Seahawks. 4, Chiefs. 3 was Ravens. 2 was Bengals. And I had a 1B, which was the Eagles, and a 1A, which was the Vikings, right? So I'm going to make some changes to that. Number 5 is going to be the 49ers. I'm going to keep the Chiefs at 4, keep the Ravens at 3. I'm actually going to bring down the Eagles to number 2 and the Vikings to number 1. The Bills are not in my top 5 this week. I'm a little bit hesitant about Josh Allen. I think that's more serious than projected. So if anybody has any comments, let me know. You know, hey, if I'm wrong, cool. Let's talk about it. So again, I'll say it again. 49ers 5, Chiefs 4, Ravens 3, Eagles 2, Vikings 1. Who you got, Doug?
Man, so I started off with I had the Chiefs at 5, I had the Ravens at 4, I had the Vikings at 3, and then I had the Bills and I had the Eagles. I think everything stays status quo a little bit, but I'm gonna move the Vikings up to 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep the Ravens where they at, and then I probably
So you still got the Eagles at 1.
I still got the Eagles at 1.
Okay.
I
Okay.
move the Vikings up. Yeah.
Even with that loss? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I moved the
Okay.
Vikings up. I moved the Vikings up, and I
Okay.
moved the Bills out because I think that injury is going to drag them down the train. I
Yep.
think it's
Yep.
going to
So
drag them out.
kind of tell them your top 5 again, just for clarity.
I guess so right now, number 5, I got the Chiefs. I got the Ravens. Number 3, I would actually put. That's a tough number 3. I would have to go with 49ers looking real strong.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna give
49ers
them. I'm
looking
gonna give them a couple weeks to see what they do.
49ers looking real strong, and then I would go
Yeah.
Vikings, and then I would go with the Eagles. I
Okay.
would drop the Bills out to number 6 due to some issues that I'm seeing right now.
Yep. 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 And if you guys agree with Don or disagree, let him know in the comments. He will definitely respond and tell him why you disagree with the picks.
And we
All
did we
right.
did
So
the we did the MVPs too. We did
yeah,
mid-season MVP.
we did midseason MVP last week. I chose Josh Allen. I think that is not going to happen. So I'm going to stick with my surprise pick, Tyreek Hill. Who you got, Doug?
Man, I went with Josh, and also I had Hurts. I'm gonna
Okay.
go. I'm still, believe it or not, I'm still going to push, and I'm gonna go with Mahomes.
Okay.
Mahomes
Okay.
is putting up big numbers, even though
Okay.
I think Hill's putting up good numbers, but at the same time, it's one of them quarterback type of trophies. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with it. I'm gonna go with Mahomes. He's putting up all those big numbers.
And speaking of Mahomes, he had 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. So he looks like he's on a stride this week. Stride. So I will say mine will still be Tyreek Hill, but I think if Mahomes puts up another couple weeks like that numbers, I'm gonna put him in there too. I don't think Josh Allen's gonna win it now. And I think
Nah,
he's getting ready to sit out. All right, so we'll kind of go into the recap here. So we'll start with the Falcons in Carolina, man. What a terrible game, man. Everybody chose the Falcons, so that was a complete loss. The Panthers just ran run shot all over the Falcons. I didn't think it was happening. You just don't know what Falcons team or what Panthers team is going to show up. They're actually going to start Baker Mayfield this week because PJ Walker got hurt. So I think they will be right back down to earth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody saw that one coming.
No one saw that coming. I don't even think anybody watched the game either.
That's correct.
Bucks and Seahawks. Actually, I was the only one to pick the Bucks here. I was the only one to pick the Bucks here. You and Marvelous chose the Seahawks. You guys were on the Geno train. I said Tom Brady is not going to lose 4 in a row. He did not. So kudos to me.
Yeah,
Um,
I would actually say that I'm actually impressed with the way that, the Bucks are making those changes. So,
yeah, yeah.
real,
They
real,
ran the
real, real
ball.
big.
They ran the ball, got back to their identity. So that was real good. My team, the Vikings, we looked a little shaky. But we pulled it out. That big Dalvin Cook run really did us in. Kirk Cousins showed me a little moxie. So my little Kirk Cousins rant, I'm going to be easy on him this week. But I keep telling people again, he showed me a little bit of these big games between losing to Washington. I mean, when they were down 17-7 in Washington, making that comeback. But and then this week, beating the Bills. And I've been saying this, and I'll say it again. I will give some kudos to Kirk Cousins, but I do think the defense is carrying him. They're making big plays down the road. The interception in the red zone was a big defensive play. That throw to Justin Jefferson, what a catch of the year. So big game. I will give Kirk Cousins his kudos because he is stepping up. So what do you think, Doug?
Hey, that's the first time I heard you speak positively about your team, so I'm kind of impressed. But it goes back to say Jefferson played like a man child that whole
Oh
game.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
they was out there playing two-hand touch, and they somebody forgot to tell them that we are actually playing tackle with
Yep.
Jefferson.
And I will just thinking about it. I'll give him a couple MVP votes also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you still got Cousins throwing the ball, so
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. So then we had the Lions in Chicago, man. What a game. I will say this, man. Justin Fields has been showing me something the last couple of weeks. He played his tail off this week, man. He
so
looked comfortable back there, that long run. But unfortunately, the Chicago lost. I was the only one to pick Detroit as that was one of my bold picks. And you guys chose Chicago. In fact, you guys emphatically said that there's no way the Lions are going to beat Chicago, and I chose the Lions.
yeah,
What are
so
your
so
thoughts, man?
so you won on that one, but I can actually say that Justin Fields, I can actually say they need to keep on building around him.
Yeah, yeah,
Surprise offensive player. I mean, his ability to create with his legs has lessened the pressure that they put on the line, and I think they have a pretty good running game. To
hmm
complement him. I just I've seen some injury reports. Rumors about his running back getting a little bit injured, but I
uh-huh.
think that they have a strong enough running game where though he can create with his legs, and his big play making ability has enabled him to actually rush for 749 yards.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
those are big numbers right now.
yep. So then we have the Chiefs and the Jaguars. We all picked the Chiefs, of course. It's not really much to say on this. Mahomes balled out. Did you see that Juju Schuster hit that was put on him? My goodness, I hope he's all right.
Yeah, I still
Uh,
yeah they
yeah,
back in the old days, that would have been considered a clean hit.
yeah. You thought it
Side
was a dirty
football.
hit?
I think it's the making the transition from being able to hit on a defensive player.
Yeah. Well, from the replay, he had his shoulder down, and you can see Juju, bending down and protect himself. So I don't think it was a dirty hit. I've seen
Mm-mm.
worse hits, a little bit dirty, but um, you know, prayers out to him to make sure he's good. I know he's in concussion protocol right now.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we all picked the Chiefs there. That was a no-brainer. Bills and Dolphins, man. I tell you what, the Dolphins are showing me something. Tua and Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, that defense is picking up. Unfortunately, man, the Browns are just, the Browns. I know you're happy they're in your division. Yeah,
They are who we say they are, but I can actually say that, the things that they're doing right now, the Browns, I think they're in a recovery state. I don't think they're trying to do anything too big
right.
right now, but I think that the Dolphins just turned the game into a track meet, whereas though you have to change your whole offensive scheme. Chubbs is one of those type of guys that he's a great asset if you have a great defense. The Brown defense is not that good to play that type of offensive game, and that's where
Mhm.
they've run into a wall because now they have to change their whole offensive scheme and they have to turn into a passing team, and that's what they're
Yep.
not right now. So I think they probably change. We'll see when Watson comes back.
He comes back to practice this week, and I think he comes back next week. This week, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
He's playing
comes back.
Sunday. Yeah, yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
it'll be that much change because you got to talk about chemistry. But
yeah.
I know that he still can make those throws. But we'll see if that chemistry's there. It's also the timing.
Yep, yep, yep. So we'll see. I do think the Browns need another receiver. Um, so yeah, we all chose the Dolphins there. Next, we had the Giants and Houston Texans. We all chose the Giants here. I am very surprised, and I've said this before for the Giants, but I think a lot of it is coaching. Um, they're not asking Daniel Jones to do much. Saquon Barkley, I think, is going to probably win comeback player of the year. They're playing better and better. That defense is flying all over the field. Not really much to say about that. The Texans are rebuilding. They're tanking. So, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, like I said before, the defense. They
Yeah,
got our
yeah,
defensive coordinator and a strong running game with a strong defense. You're not
yeah.
asking much of the quarterback. That play action has to be respected just
Yep,
because of the strong running game. It's led to, solid record right now. They're sitting at 7-2 and they're sitting in second place.
yep,
So I
yep,
think they,
yep.
the next time they had that running with the Cowboys, I think that's gonna be a big game because the Cowboys are in trouble right now because they're sitting at 6-3 right now.
Yeah, the Giants are on the hill, so we're gonna see. I do still think the Giants are a little bit of a mirage, but big ups to their coach of the year candidate, definitely.
Yeah.
We had the Saints in Pittsburgh. Of course, I was the one that picked the Steelers. Finally, the rookie showed me something. He didn't do that much. He threw for 139 yards, but 12 for 16 for 139 yards. That defense really stepped it up. I know Marvin isn't. I know if he was here, it would probably be a ring. So we'll save you guys that time. So yeah, the Steelers played well. It was 20-10. Steelers defense stepped it up. Andy Dalton again did not play well. Um, Olave dropped a couple passes, but he's a rookie. What are your thoughts, Tom?
I have nothing positive to say about the Steelers. So that's my opening remark. And my second remark is that, once again, the Saints cannot finish a game.
No, they
There
can't.
were
They
certain there
can't.
were certain plays, during that game where as though I thought they had, control and then,
Yeah.
bad play calling or bad defensive scheme just opened up things.
Yep. 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 Next we got the Broncos and Titans. This again. I chose the Broncos, and they look bad. They look bad, and of course the Titans won this game 17-10. And Russell Wilson, he just doesn't look comfortable back there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's play calling. They can't run the ball. I don't know if he's not in stride with his receivers. That defense didn't play well either. But yeah, they lost to the Titans. The Titans team, who looks like they're. I mean, I forgot to even put them in my top five. But they probably had a strong six for me. But man, the Titans are just, and the division kind of stinks, so they're kind of just coasting by right now. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, the Titans are sitting real tight, real quiet
Yeah,
sleeper right now, sitting at
yeah,
6-3. Colts are
yeah,
not doing too much. They right behind
yeah,
them at 4-5. So it looks like
yeah,
they're going to be in the running, the contention. They're going to have something to say. Uh,
yeah.
but during that game, as you said before, Russ, let Russ cook. That's gone, man. And he just like it's like he forgot how to quarterback.
Is it play calling or is it chemistry? What do you think it is?
Combination of both. I think they have not
Okay.
figured out how to move him around in the pocket. And then,
Okay.
those are some of the things that he used to do. He used to be able to
Yeah.
use his legs in order to get those receivers open. But at the same time, when he was using those legs, those receivers created that separation. I don't think he has the receivers to create that separation.
And let me ask you this: could it be competition too? Because he's playing a better level of competition. The AFC is tough. He's
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
tough division. He's in a tough division too. He not playing. Every team in that division is tough.
yeah. He wakes up in
You
the
don't think you
morning.
don't think it, you think that could that have something to do with
It's not that tough.
it?
I mean, who's he
Okay.
playing? I mean, who's he playing? I mean, go name the
Got to
teams he
play
was
it.
playing. Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs twice. Titans ain't no slouch. That's 3 games right there.
Okay, that's two losses.
Uh,
You know, that's three
yeah,
that's three
probably
losses. Three losses.
Chargers are. I mean, they're five
You
and
flip
five right
you
now.
flip a coin.
Yeah,
You reaching with
maybe,
that one.
maybe. I mean, the Raiders. I mean, they'll probably lose one to the Raiders.
Um,
Um,
man,
they've
we're
had
getting around
a.
talking about the Razors, but keep to you.
I know. Believe me, I know. Oh, that transitions right into the Raiders. I tell you what, and I said this last week, right?
Mm.
And I think you and Marvin said it that if they lose to a coach that just got to practice Monday of last week, that they need to fire that coach.
All bets are
And
off.
and lo and behold, they
He's
lost to
lost
the
the
Colts.
locker room.
But I will say this, right? You know, and I've said McDaniel, he's had a history of not being a good coach, not a winning coach, right? So teams know that, right? So why would you make that move, right? Unless you're doing a desperate move. But right now, based off of the interim coach, they were playing for that coach last year. The interim coach, they don't seem like they're playing for McDaniel at all.
They're not. They're not.
Derek Carr has called him out. Um, the wide receiver has called him out. The tight end is hurt. Waller is hurt. Devontae Adams has called out the coach. Derek Carr has said he's come out and had some words behind the scenes that he's not agreeing with. So something's going on. And, this is just confirms that they lost to a team who just got a new coach Monday. That was coaching the Little League. Matter of fact, they made a comp. He was on ESPN the week before
Yes.
commentating. Yeah.
But I think Saturday went in there and he didn't do anything stupid. He put a
No.
veteran quarterback behind, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden he told the line what they needed to do and establish a run game. And he used
Yeah.
a little bit of play action, and he kept it real simple.
Yeah. Yeah. And they look like they're playing for him. So, kudos to the Colts, but the Raiders, they I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if they're gonna fire this coach. They're gonna have to make some changes. Um, we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the season plays out for the Raiders. The Cowboys and Packers. You know what? And this is why the Cowboys were not in my top five last week, and that's why they're not in my top five this week. They just played terrible. They played terrible, and a lot of the Cowboy fans can say, we can't beat the refs. The refs, won the game for the Packers. I mean, it's just been the same old excuse that I heard before from our Cowboy fans that listen to us. And I know there's some out there. I know one personally, and he's probably going to say the same thing. The refs, but Aaron Rodgers looked happy this week.
Mm.
That rookie wide receiver, Christian Watkins, stepped it up this week, and 3 touchdowns from him. They look like the Packers of old.
No, they don't.
Um,
You know what they did that was different? I'm gonna see if you
okay,
picked up on it because it took me a while to like look at it
okay.
and see what they was doing. They put him underneath a center as opposed to have him from
Okay.
shotgun. So the play action was a real play action, and they called a
Okay.
lot of run plays. So they was eating that clock,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
they had to respect the run, and Aaron could still he could still make those throws. So
Yeah.
off of a
Yeah.
legit play action, you gotta respect. You gotta be if once you establish that run, that play
Yeah.
action now. he can hit those windows, and that's what he was doing yesterday.
So I actually had a conversation with someone this week about Aaron Rodgers versus Brett Favre. Um, you know, they're saying that Aaron Rodgers is way better than Brett Favre. In my opinion, Brett Favre was making throws that Aaron Rodgers is making those throws. So I just feel like, what's your thoughts on that? Aaron, who would you choose today, Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre?
I would choose Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers. I mean, Brett Favre was a gunner. He's a
Yeah.
little bit too risque for me, even though he got
Yeah.
the job done. I mean, you got to look at
Yeah.
two different eras of football too.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
But
Yeah.
I think that if they stick with the play that they're doing right now, and then you gotta look at the court, you gotta look at the Cowboys and how they ran that offense.
Yeah.
Totally terrible. I think that offense stinks when you have to put
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah.
I'm not that guy throwing that ball that many times. It's just not a recipe for success.
Is that sustainable in the playoffs?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and the bad part about it is that the best running back is Pollard, but
Yeah.
they will not give Pollard as many touches because when Zeke is in there, Zeke can command that I get my touches and you won't check out of that play.
Yeah. And that says a lot about how they view Pollard, you know.
Exactly.
So maybe they'll make that change this week. Next game, we got the Cardinals and Rams. Everybody chose the Rams here. And, I don't know what's going on with the Rams. I know Stafford was hurt. Their offensive line looks shaky at best. The wide receivers have not produced. And probably the injury of the year, Cooper Kupp, man.
Battle the
Uh,
backup quarterbacks and Cooper
yeah.
got hurt.
Yeah. Have they announced is he out for the season? You know?
Uh, they, I think they're talking about surgery on his foot,
Okay.
so more
Yeah.
to follow with
Yeah.
that. But that's not good when possible ankle surgery and things of that
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah, yeah. This was a sloppy game. I don't think anyone kind of watched it due to Kyler Murray nor Matthew Stafford, but the Cards pulled it out 27-17. Everybody chose the Rams, so we lost there. Um, 49ers and Chargers. 49ers won this game 16. I'm sorry. Everybody chose the 49ers. Looks like the 49ers are on a trajectory up. They're hitting their stride. That McCaffrey trade, I think, they're running the ball a lot better. Garoppolo's looking comfortable. That defense is stepping up. What are your thoughts on that?
They have a lot of weapons. I just don't think Garoppolo can make those throws during those big games with
I
those
think he
big
can.
weapons.
I think he can. We're
I
gonna
don't think
see. I think he
I don't think he has the wheels in order to
okay
do that. To
to
get
to
out
get
of
the
those
to yeah yeah get out of those
to get
situations. Yeah
to the extended plays,
yeah
you know.
yeah
But
yeah
they got
yeah
three big weapons.
yeah yeah.
So
But
they
they got to
better
stay
figure it
healthy.
out. They
They
got
got to stay healthy.
and and if he gets hurt, who's the backup quarterback right now?
Oh yeah yeah. I couldn't even
Exactly.
tell you. And game Monday Night Football, the game of the week, possibly. The Eagles versus Commanders. We all chose the Eagles, and man, who knew Washington was stepping up this week? This is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of situation. I think the Commanders always play tough against, teams with great records, but the little teams they play below their competition, and that's been going on for years with the Commanders. Heineke stepped it up. The defense man stepped it up. 3 interceptions, 3 turnovers for the Commanders against the Eagles. Jalen Hurts looked uncomfortable. He was running for his life back there. And I'll tell you what, Montez Sweat it's looking good this year. I saw him a lot yesterday. He seemed to be, man, a lot of quarterback pressure. I'm just wondering what they're going to do with that front four with Deron Payne and they're probably going to let what's his name? What's the guy's name? The other something about Deron Payne and I forget his name.
I was about to say it. I can't think of it now because
Yeah,
the only thing I'm thinking about with this game, is one thing that sticks out the whole entire game.
yeah,
Ball control.
yeah, yeah.
They kept those
They
guys on
kept
the
that
rope
ball.
though. They kept them on the
Yep,
ropes the whole game. And just like Dallas found out, you're not going to blitz a run game.
yep, yep. And if you notice that they were milking that game clock all the way down to 1 second. A lot.
Limited your touches.
Yep.
Limited your offensive plays on the field.
Yep. 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 So now we're gonna go into week 11 projections here. Um, so I have Marvin's picks here. We're gonna go right into it. We're gonna go right into the projections here with the first game. Tennessee at Green Bay. Who you got, Don?
So Tennessee and Green Bay, both teams are looking real. I don't even know what Aaron is going to show up, and that's the scary part. Cause
Yeah.
he he showed me something. I'm a and right now they got Green Bay and they playing in Green Bay. I'm gonna go with Aaron on this one.
Mm, mm, mm. So you're gonna go with Aaron on this one, okay?
Yeah, they plus 3 now.
Yeah, okay. Marvin picked the Packers. You know what? I'm picking the Titans here. I'm
Ooh,
picking the Titans here. Yeah, I'm picking the Titans here. I like what the Titans are doing right now. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Titans. So you guys are picking the Packers.
exactly.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right. Next game we got Chicago at Atlanta. Marvin here has got the Bears. Who you got?
Oh, I'm going with the Bears, and for some strange reason, they got the Falcons at plus 3, and I'm like, maybe they didn't see Phil's play the last 2 games, but I think he's gonna go there and they playing in Atlanta. That doesn't matter. Every
Okay.
game's a home game for whoever playing against the Falcons. So
I will say this: if Mariota does bad this week, they're going to put that rookie in. Desmond Ritter. It's time to see what he can bring to the table. The thing with this game is that I don't know which Chicago team is going to show up, but I'm going to pick Chicago here.
you're
I'm going to pick Chicago here.
not gonna go with the plus 3. You're not gonna go with Vegas.
Nah, part of me feels like Atlanta's taking,
Okay.
so I'm going to go with the Bears here. I think I'm going to regret this pick. The next pick, the next game. I'm sorry, is the Ravens and Carolina. We already know who you're picking here.
Who you got the?
Carolina at Baltimore. I'm picking
Uh,
the Ravens here. Marvin's also picked the Ravens. Just know we don't need to kill a lot of time on that. You got the Ravens on this one too.
Oh yeah, you mean why are we wasting time talking about this? Okay. I mean, and we plus 12, man. Come on, you
Okay,
know.
okay. With Baker Mayfield back in there, so okay. Next game we got Carolina. I'm sorry, Cleveland at Buffalo. Marvin's got the Bills here. Who you got?
So you got
I'm gonna pick the Browns here. I'm gonna pick the Browns here.
Cleveland,
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Cleveland here.
Cleveland against the Bills.
Yep, yep.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
with
pick Cleveland here.
Cleveland and the Bills. You know
It's a tough game. It's a tough game.
the Bills are plus 9. Okay, I'm
And
going with
Josh Allen is I
okay.
think he's hurt.
I think Keenan can win this if they got enough time to get him. Yeah, I'm going with the Bills.
Wow. Is this your bold pick?
That's not a bold pick. They plus 9. That's not a bold pick.
I'm, I'm picking the Browns
this
here. I'm picking the Browns here.
this is your bold pick.
This is my bold pick. This is my bold pick. Next
Okay,
game, we got
yeah.
the Commanders in Houston. And wow, Marvin has the Houston Texans here. Wow.
Man,
He's got the Texans here. This is now I consider this a bold pick. I'm picking the Commanders on this one.
Vegas said this game a toss.
What is Vegas saying?
Vegas said they ain't even put it. They said you pick. It's a toss. I'm going with the Commanders, man.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah. I can't. It's no way. It's no way that, especially after coming off a big win, but that could be a bit. That can be set up
I
for a big
know. Well,
letdown too.
again, Commanders play below their competition.
Mm.
You still gonna pick Washington?
Oh, I'm going with Washington all the
Okay.
way. What
All
did
right.
she call him? She called him what was the nickname that
Next.
she gave him?
Who give?
Our guest that came on last time.
I forgot obviously. The I don't remember.
It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
Yeah. So next game, Eagles and Colts. Marvin picked the Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles. We don't need to waste much time on this one. Are you picking the Eagles also, I assume?
Everybody's picking the Eagles on this. The
Okay.
Eagles are going to come back. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it's no way. There's no way the Eagles lose two in a row, especially after being cheated on
Yep.
this one. Yeah,
Yep. Next game, we got the Jets versus Patriots. Marvin chose the Patriots here. Who you got? Who you picking here?
I'm going with the Jets,
I am too. I'm going with the Jets. I'm going with the Jets.
and I don't
I
even
think.
know what. And the Patriots. This is like a setup game, kind of, because the Patriots play at home. I don't trust the Patriots because the
Hmm.
Patriots, they could be filming everything, but they only +3. I think as long as you keep your play call and you don't use your headsets, use hand
Hmm.
signals, I think you're
Hmm.
gonna be safe.
Yep. Yep. Next game, we got the Rams and Saints. Um, I'm gonna pick the Saints here. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from the Rams right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Saints.
You picking
Who
the
you got?
Saints.
Yeah, I'm picking the Saints on this one.
After what they did to me last week,
I
I'm going
know.
I'm going out of spite, pure spite. I'm going with some feelings on this one. I'm feeling.
Is Stafford playing?
Who cares? I'm emotionally damaged after last week. What they did,
Ah,
they giving the Steelers new life. So
okay.
for that alone, I'm going against them.
Oh,
So
you taking the Rams?
I'm going with the Rams.
Is this your bold pick?
The Saints only +3. They're only +3. That's not a bold pick.
And of course, Marvin
And the
has
Saints
the
at home.
Saints.
The
Okay.
Saints at home.
Yep. Of course. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Even better.
Oh, Marvin don't have the Saints.
Yeah, he does. He's got the Saints.
No, you looked at that pick.
Yeah, he's got the Saints. Saints and Rams.
Okay, maybe I got the wrong list. I thought he had the
Yeah.
Rams on this one.
Next game is the Giants and Lions here.
Okay.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Uh, I'm gonna pick the Giants here on this one. Of course, Marvin has the Giants also. Who you got?
And I'm going with the Giants on this one. I
Okay.
mean, it's no
Okay.
the defense is too strong. Too
Yeah.
strong.
Of course. Of course. All right. Next game we got Denver and the Raiders. Yes, Denver, Las Vegas Raiders, and the Denver Broncos. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Marvin has the Broncos on this one. I'm gonna give Russell Wilson another week. Because I don't like what I'm seeing out of the Raiders right now.
Nobody is. I mean, I'm going with the Broncos myself. The Raiders, they are falling completely apart, and nobody's playing for
Yeah,
that guy. No
yeah,
one at all.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Next game we've got the Vikings and Dallas. I've got the Vikings on this one. Vikings
Ooh!
on this one. Vikings on this one. Who you got?
You got the Vikings on this one?
Vikings on this one. Yep.
See, the Vikings, they got Dallas. Even though the Vikings are playing in your town, they got Dallas by 1.
Mm,
That's
mm.
disrespectful. That's mad disrespectful.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, yeah.
And I think this game is pivotal because right now, you sitting at 8-1.
Eagles. The yeah. This is for probably number one seed in the
And
NFC
yeah,
also.
this
So
gonna
we
keep
gotta
you on
win
the
this
driver's
game.
seat. This gonna keep you on the
Yeah.
driver's seat. I think this is kind of gonna be pouring some more dirt
Mm-hmm.
on the Cowboys because if the Commanders pull that game out, because who the Commanders have? The Commanders have the
Commanders got the Texans
if the Commanders pull that out, they only one game away from
from the
being neck and
Cowboys,
neck.
right?
Yeah, neck and neck, and
Yeah.
that means the
Yeah.
Cowboys, they they
And,
fall
and,
back
and, and we'll really
further
get
behind.
comments, and we'll really get comments about the Cowboys. They'll really start coming out now.
Yeah, business won't be good for the Cowboys.
No, we're not. Who you,
But
who,
I'm gonna
who you
go.
choosing then?
I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I
Okay.
think Crazy Kirk is in the zone right now, and I think him and the man child, along with Cook,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's too
Yep.
much.
Yep. And that Hawkinson trade was an amazing trade. Great
Whoo!
trade. Yeah. Great trade.
Top five.
Yep. We got the Bengals in Pittsburgh here, and you know who I'm going with here. The Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals here.
I don't like either one of these teams. Uh, let's go and put that on record first.
Okay.
Before but the disclaimer has to go with
You can
the
always pick
Bengals.
tie.
I hope they tie. I can only wish for that. You
You say
talking
you're gonna
about
pick the Bengals, and Marvin's
yeah.
got the Steelers on this.
They playing in,
They're playing in Pittsburgh.
but that used to mean something. I don't think it means anything now.
Mm-hmm.
And they got and I think because when I tell you what, Las Vegas got, the Bengals up 5 in somebody else's house. That and
Mm-hmm.
that's that and I think Mike is gonna take that as pure disrespect, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has the dogs to rally behind him in
Yeah.
order to get
Yeah.
after that.
Yep. So I'm picking the Bengals on this one. You're picking the Bengals,
I'm picking the Bengals too. Marv
and
by himself with this one.
yeah, he might by himself on the Steelers. He wants by himself. So we got the Chiefs and the Chargers here. I looked at this before we got on. And, this is tough, man, because I just don't know what Chargers team's gonna check. But I'm gonna pick the Chiefs here. I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs.
I like how you try to bait me into this one.
But I think the Chiefs are. I think the game's gonna be close.
It's not even gonna be close.
Wow.
My MVP mid-season selection. I got him roasting for another 4 touchdowns. I got him the first team to 35 wins.
You know what? I think Justin Herbert's kind of fallen off a cliff a little bit too.
Yeah. And he's
Um,
not accurate. He throws the ball hard. So that means, but it's not accurate. And there's a difference between throwing the ball hard 3 windows and throwing it accurate. There's a difference.
and the last game of on Monday night, we got the 49ers and Cardinals. I'm picking the 49ers here. No brainer.
Everybody's picking the 49ers. That's a no-brainer. I
Yeah,
think
no brainer here.
the cards are falling apart. And at the
Yep.
same time, they got San Francisco. I don't think nobody wants a bold pick, especially when you got Las Vegas talking about +8, you know.
Yep. 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 That's true. That's true. So really appreciate you guys being on the week with us. That is our recap and our projections. Of course, we're going to post the records out this week. I don't think I'm in the driver's seat this week, but I'll be back in the driver's seat. As Don say, I'm in the back seat of an Uber.
But like you said, that's how they do it over. You say that's how they do it over in London.
That's how they do it over in London, man. So make sure you guys follow us, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you guys comment. Love for you guys to hear about our projection. Also, let us know any team that we said today isn't doing well or doing well. Tell us about them. Again, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Make sure you guys also follow the Let's Rock podcast, as I am also a co-host of that. Also, anywhere you like to tell where they can follow you, Don?
Nah, I'm just doing this one thing. This is my only occupation is right now.
All right. And of course, Marvelous will be here next week. I'm pretty sure if the Saints lose, he's going to have another rant. We're ready for that. I'm giving kudos to Kirk Cousins, so no rant for this week, maybe next week. All right. We'll see you guys next week. We out.
Peace.
Peace.